Let's be real, the way that Injective looks on the charts right now, it might have one of the best years out of any crypto project. If you don't know who I am, my name is EQ. I've taught over 1,000 people how to trade crypto since 2021. And first and foremost, none of this is financial advice. This is for entertainment and educational purposes. I am not in any way paid or affiliated to the Injective team. I just happen to like the project and was asked a lot about it on live stream, so I figured I'd do a long-term video on it. And I am not currently invested into Injective, so this is a non-biased video. Now, before we get into all that fun stuff, the $70 a month spots and the $700 a year spots filled up earlier today. So if you do want to go join the EPIQ trading floor and get all access, which comes with the private academy, exclusive trading community, trading floors, members only app, trade alerts from me, 24/7 buy and sell signals, all of that. Right now it's sitting at $80 a month and $800 a year. Those spots will probably fill up quick, and then the price is going to go up another $10 for monthly, $100 for annual. So if you are interested, go take advantage of the 3-day risk-free trial and take advantage of the price while it's still low. Basically like buying in the bear market. But without further ado, and I'm happy to be able to bring this back, cue the damn intro. Now before we get into the chart, let's look at all the technicals, tokenomics, all that stuff about Injective. Currently ranked number 48 on the total cryptocurrency list, sitting at a $2.1 billion market cap, so relatively speaking it is pretty low. For total supply there's 100 million, which means it's finite and deflationary, and there's already 97 million in circulation, so it's not one of those projects that they're just going to have a crazy release schedule at the back end, like we're seeing with Sui, for example. And I know a lot of people are getting a little butthurt about that, but that's part of the game. Welcome to crypto. Now scrolling down a little bit, I can see chains. There's about 5 chains, so this is going to be one of those that are working for omni-chain or just chain interoperability. Anything that you can communicate with across multiple chains, I'm a big fan of. And it's all the big ones too: Ethereum, Binance, Polygon, AVAX, Cosmos, Secret, all great picks. And right off the bat, you can see categories: layer 1, proof of stake, through Pantera, which means that they're going to have a lot of institutional money flowing in, and they're based off of Binance Launchpad. And long story short, Injective is going to be a layer 1 blockchain, like you would see from Solana, AVAX, Caspa, etc. And it's primarily focused for DeFi applications. Because it does decentralized cross-chain bridging, that's what allows it to communicate with multiple blockchains and other EVM and non-EVM chains, which are also we're going to get into that they did create INEVM, which is going to be Injective EVM. Needless to say, I think that this project can do really, really well this bull run, especially at a $2 billion market cap. If this thing did a 10x, that would be a $20 billion market cap, and that would just be getting it into the top 10 projects. And you can imagine if we did go parabolic and Bitcoin went to 150, 160, 180,000, this thing could see a really high gain. So here's the Injective webpage, the blockchain built for finance, specifically built and supposed to be the best for Web3 applications on Injective. Now they claim to be the fastest layer 1 blockchain shaping the future of finance. Block time of 0.64 seconds. Average transaction cost of 1 cent. You can see the on-chain transactions are ripping, and they're backed by the best, including Mark Cuban, Pantera, Binance. So there's a lot of institutional money, but keep in mind with institutional money means that they're going to want to take profits and they're going to expect money. So at some point when this reaches a high, expect a really nice dump because of people taking profit, especially these big players, institutions and stuff like that. If you are not familiar with Injective, they pretty much broke the crypto space in 2021. Now they don't offer these services anymore, but really what made Injective popular is that they created synthetic assets, and primarily they were focused on stock market synthetic assets. And in the process of doing it, they essentially allowed people to do something that the stock market has never allowed anyone to do. And the second that it happened, they got hit by all sorts of stops. It was crazy. So basically what that means is that they allowed for fractionalization. So unlike the stock market, if you want to buy Tesla, you have to buy full shares. Because of the way Injective was set up and doing synthetic assets, you could buy fractionalized pieces of Tesla stock. So as you can imagine, people got very, very pissed off about this. But that was one of the first things that Injective did. So I would automatically assume that they probably have a really deep dev team and some pretty smart fucking people behind the project. If you want to go through all of that, you can go through the developers, all of this information like INEVM, like I was talking about, their documentations, everything like that. Even they have a little tab on the top that says institutions, learn why leading financial institutions are backing Injective, Injective Venture Group. Even just from a utility perspective, without all the extra hype on top of it, everything is built very sound on this project. Best in class financial apps. What they do to revolutionize smart contracts is take the standard one and then run it through the Cosmwasm, which is a smart contract layer that also works with Cosmos. So layer 0 that allows it to be interoperable and speak with other blockchains. Going into some of the fundamentals on Injective, if you know or follow this channel, you know that I'm a big fan of Polygon-matic, specifically because of ZK rollups and ZK EVM, which allows Ethereum transactions to run and be processed directly on Ethereum without having to be moved into Polygon and then back and forth. Now, Injective is taking a similar approach with IN EVM, which allows layer 2 support to Ethereum applications. So basically what that means is that people can build on the Ethereum virtual network, but actually be building on the Injective network. And as you can see, it's a Cosmos based layer 1 blockchain Injective. So that's the major point. Cosmos will be the layer 0, which is going to be very bullish for Cosmos Atom moving forward. Well, I'll have to do another video about that specifically. That's one of our long-term plays. But this is going to tie in great because now you have Cosmos, which is the layer 0, you have Injective, which is the layer 1, and now you have IN EVM, which is the layer 2. So it's all basically going to be wrapped into one giant baby. On top of that, you can see that Jump Crypto leads Injective's $40 million round to help DeFi applications expansion. This was from 2022, so this is in the bear run. You can imagine, like I was saying, that this is going to be someone in the institutional field that's going to be looking to take a lot of profits. I would expect that they want to see 10, 50, 100x returns on that $40 million. But seeing that type of money coming in a bear run is great to see. You can see Pantera is the same thing, another $150 million flooding in 2023. So all bear run, they were getting an absurd amount of money, which is also very great to see. That's very bullish going into a bull run when a project was already existent in one bull run, and then during the bear run, they're just building and getting money and doing what they got to do to be even more successful into the next bull run. They even got some cool little fancy articles. I'm not going to go into the blockchain company buys and burns Banksy artwork, and that was purchased by Injective Protocol, so they bought and burned the Banksy artwork as part of a stunt for NFTs and all that type of stuff. So they're getting into that space, and as you can imagine, if they're dabbling in that and top of everything else, this could really go parabolic. And for the moment that we've all been waiting for, the charts and where we can go with price. Now, the first thing I want to mention for anyone that's looking at this is a very different chart than what you see basically across the entire crypto space, in the sense that Injective has already heavily outperformed itself from 2021 to comparison to today. So even with the Bitcoin, for example, yeah, we are maybe $10,000 to $12,000 up from the all-time high from 2021. And for example, projects like Ethereum are still underperforming themselves in comparison to 2021. But Injective has gone parabolic, and at the end of the day, it is holding right now an SR flip and maintaining support essentially on top of the 2021 peaks from the super cycle. Now what that tells me is that we're not even in a true super cycle. Bitcoin's not even at or near $120,000 yet, and this thing already looks like it's ready to rip and get up to $100. Right now it's currently valued at $21. But as a long-term play, you want to see things make a really nice impulse move and have a strong retracement into the 6180 to 7860 pocket, the epic golden pocket, and at the same time maintain a really strong bullish sentiment and volume. So this is really good to see during the accumulation phase. Volume is inflowing and it's trending upwards, while price action is going sideways. This could be the first sign of a divergence. Now at the same time, you have what could potentially set out to be, and even just from this one Fibonacci move, based on the fact that it hit the 7860, we can swing up to take profit 3, which is at $99.61. So in one Fibonacci move, we can get up to $100. And like I was saying, the fact that this is significantly outperforming itself from 2021 makes me feel very confident that this could have basically kind of the year that Polygon-matic had in 2020 to 2022. And for anyone that doesn't know that, I got into Polygon-matic in 2020, October, give or take. It was about 1 cent. And then by the time I got out, I was dollar averaging between $1 to $2, basically $2.15. I think my average buyout was $1.85. So that's a 185x move. I put $1,000 into that, so you can do the math on that. So I think that something like this, with this parabolic potential and all this news coming in, money flow, we're seeing people talking about it on social media. They're listed on Grayscale as potential projects. They're pretty much everywhere at the moment. I think this could have a really, really strong upside going into 2025. So I am going to start accumulating this in the Epic trading floor. We're going to add this to our long-term portfolio, especially that we're in this golden pocket right now before price really starts to rip, and add it to our long-term plays. But I also wanted to drop this video for the public and really just give you a nice breakdown on Injective Protocol as a whole, and kind of just a full overview on it, not just one piece or another piece. If you want to come trade with me, if you want to learn how to trade, if you want to get access to the buy and sell signals, the academy, the dashboards, all of that stuff, go check out the epictradingfloor.com. I'll tag the link in the top and it will be in the description as well. I hope everyone has an amazing morning, afternoon, or evening, depending on wherever you're tuning in the world. If you have any other questions about Injective or any projects that you want me to take a look at and potentially make videos about, drop that in the comment section as well. And I will see you on the next video.